Hey everybody out there in Facebook land and YouTube land. How you doing? Uh all you Facebook jailed folks over there on YouTube. That's awesome. So anyway, just looking. Oh, cats. Good golly. My cats are really giving it hell today. So anyway, what I'm going to do is try and share my show with all of you or everyone out there. So then people will come and watch the show because really it's more fun if people are here. So I'm just going to try and do that. But I'm not sure. Oh, geez, Louise. This an error fetching it. Oh, good golly. Well, hey, two people are here. Hey, Richard, you're here. And I didn't even have to send you the invite. That's awesome. That is totally awesome. I'm just trying to share the show, and you can share my show too to anyone that you might think might be interested, and just anywhere to groups. Don't get yourself in Dutch with your group people, but if you got someplace that you think might be interested in hearing about tarot and whatnot. Oh, Richard, would you like a reading today? I have I have a slot open, as it so happens, that I could give you a reading, and I think you already subscribed to my uh, my YouTube, and so yeah, then no, that's not it. Oh, good golly. So Wednesday night, let me run this by everybody. Okay, Wednesday night, I'm going to have Mistress Eden as my guest for my show, and I'm really excited about that. We're going to have a Dom's tea party, so that will be fun, and we'll have she'll have all kinds of fun stuff to share. I'm sure because that's what Doms do. We have a lot of fun. Anyhow, I was supposed to get with her before the last event. However, she was not feeling well, and so we had to postpone that. And so we're postponing it to my first Madam After Dark show this year. So this is my first Ask Madam show this year. Hey, Mort, how you doing? Nice to see you again. I'm trying to share this darn show. Let's see, but I know. I guess I'll just do this. I'll go to my page and then I'll just put a post out here. Hey, come join me. Come join me for some tarot fun. Come join me on Skeleton Key Network for Ask Madam. Ask Madam anything. And get a free tarot reading. Well, sort of free. Here's what I would need is if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll take the first 5 that subscribe to my YouTube channel. And it's here, I can scroll it along the bottom of the screen here too. And then just go to that and hit MADAMMAYHEM. And that is the there we go. That is what you would put in over at YouTube to get to my channel. So if you would like to get the reading, first I'm going to do one for Richard. Richard has subscribed. So, and let's see if I can put more on screen here. There we go. And good evening to you, sir. There we go. All righty. And that was fun. A little technology, working with technology. Fun stuff. Oops, I got these two in there. Don't need that right now. And I do have my glasses and my book light, so I think we'll be okay. So I'm thinking about Richard, thinking about him, and gonna give him just the 3 card here. We'll do 3 card. They're a little quicker going, and then maybe we'll get a few more in. So hopefully get a couple subscribers. That would be awesome. All right, so okay. I think what it's trying to say is, let's see, 8. I think the universe is trying to say, no, this one, that I need to wear my glasses because I can't see worth a darn. Hey, Kelly, Happy New Year to you. And Jeff, I'm doing great. How are you? And Antoinette, yay. These are free readings. However, all you need to do to get a reading is to go over to my YouTube, which is Madam Mayhem, and subscribe. So anyone who goes over, and I got it on the other thing, anyone who goes to my YouTube and subscribes will get a reading. Even if we go over time, I can take you PM, so if you go and subscribe to my YouTube, I will definitely give you a reading. So let's see now. Richard, the reverse 8 of Swords can signify you're in the process of releasing yourself from self-imposed restrictions, so keep going. It may also suggest you've been procrastinating or hesitating to dive into actions that'll help you progress. Now isn't the time to stop, or you may find yourself right back where you started. So yeah, if you're making changes and stuff, do keep going with that, and keep heading in the direction of forward. So then let's see, the next one is that was just like your recent past, and then your now will be something like let's see. It can indicate that you're relying too heavily on your desire for perfection in yourself or another, adjusting expectations of yourself and of others, and forgiving everyone for their shortcomings can help you get back into a more positive emotional state. And I know that Leos tend to get in that they have a hard time forgiving others, when they feel they've been done wrong. And I think just kind of look inside of yourself and see if you can, forgive more easily. So I think that's important. Even if it's forgiving yourself or forgiving someone that will never say they're sorry. You still have to learn to, forgive and let go of that stuff. So then let's see, the last, this is future. And this suggests that you can make your own future. You are the magician in your life, and you can, make great things happen if that's what you would like to do. There's if you're trying to force some situation, maybe you should think about that. And you may be doubting your ability to create and manifest or experience a possible block in your connection with an important aspect of your identity. It's time to reconnect to the source of your power within you. Trust that if the door isn't opening, there may be a better door elsewhere or another way in. If you feel blocked, redirect your energy. So, just connect with your inner self and figure out what it is you want. And then, you have the power to make it happen. So there you go. There is you are your own magician. You are person in your life that's going to make things, you're the one that's going to make or break your life, no one else. Because, somebody said to me today that, well, you always seem so happy on your podcast. Well, things happen to people that are not great. You sometimes have to, redirect your energy, or you have to, reassess where you're going. And it doesn't mean that you have to be unhappy when you're doing it. You just have to, sometimes do things you don't want to do, and, take a deep breath and just figure out how to do it. But, you can't let everything, get you down. And going into things with a positive attitude will get you a lot farther than going into it with negativity. There's I used to get mad, if I had to call somebody on the phone and deal with, a bill or whatever it was. I was not happy about it. And I was kind of bitchy, honestly. And I didn't really get what I wanted most of the time. Now I call and I'm humble. Would you please help me with this? And I'm nice to people, and I'm like patient to the point of ridiculousness. And I get a lot farther, honestly. Positivity gets you way farther in life than negativity, and it just feels better, And so I try to keep my happiness level up inside, because that's where happiness comes from. You don't get it from anywhere else. Nobody can give it to you. You can't buy it. You can't, you just can't, you can't get it any other way. So, all right, back to StreamYard. Hey, yes, Brandon, you can ask a question. After all, the name of the show is Ask Madam. So please, go ahead, ask away. Let's see. I did not see the game. Yeah, all right, that's good. I'm glad that you went and wished everyone a happy day at Walmart, because that's what, those are some of the most, in need of joy people that I've ever met. Yeah, so that's good. That's nice to hear. Very good. It's how you pass things along. If you feel good, pass it along to other people. And if you think, oh, I'll seem goofy, no. Let's see, Chastity, and then wondering how she feels about me. I'm just curious. Well, have you asked her? You're cautious about her. Okay. So let's do this. Let's ask the cards. Are you correct in being cautious about this person? And we'll just do the one card and see what we come up with, because that's kind of a yes, no. So should Brandon be cautious about this woman that he's been seeing? And I'm going to stop right here. And divine inspiration tells me that I need to go. It's the Knight of Wands. So let's see what that says. I think it doesn't really give you a definitive yes or no, but let's see. Knight of Wands. This is Pentacles, Swords, Cups, and Wands must be back. Nope. Here we go. All right. So it's the Knight. So he is here. And, it would say, so yes, you should be cautious, I think. Knight of Wands is ambitious, energetic, and determined leader, although there are challenges associated with this card. Embracing them as something positive to come is suggested. Even though the changes are unpredictable, believing in yourself and having courage is best. Your answer is yes. So, yeah, be cautious about her. And I would say just, I would say maybe you might be the Knight of Wands. So just believe in yourself and have courage, And also listen to your intuition always. This is a great lesson right here, because you already said you felt cautious or confused or whatever about her. If you felt that way, you were right, probably right off. And I've learned whatever it is that pops in my head first, like if I'm thinking of a question, whatever answer pops in my head first, 99% of the time is is right. It's the right answer. And it's like, oh, phone just died. Oh, bummer. So we'll come back and watch this in reruns. And you'll see that, yeah, if your intuition is telling you something, people, listen to it. Because, golly, I can't tell you how many times my intuition has told me something and I thought, oh, no. And I second guessed myself and I didn't. I just didn't. Anything about girlfriend, Anthony Lewis. Anthony, I didn't do a reading for you, Anthony. What is it that you want to know about that situation? Is it like, I mean, is there something some like yes or no question? So, because I can't really give you, broad spectrum answers, unless I did like the whole reading. We're just drawing cards tonight to see what messages we can get from that. So, because really, I'm just passing this stuff along to you guys. I'm not. I'm not really, selecting these cards. They're selecting me, and so I'm just kind of throwing it out there. And if there's things that is going way I'm picking up on. So once again, if your intuition is telling you something, listen to it, because so many times we don't listen to that inner voice inside telling us this isn't right, it doesn't feel right, something's not going right, I think there's something more, whatever. You're probably right. I mean, if it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. And so, listen to that intuition. We pass that off so easily when this is the thing that could save your life someday. That intuition, that nagging feeling that something is just not right. You got to listen to it, people. You got to listen to it. It's not it's there to help us, to guide us, to give us the affirmation that we need to get out of a situation or to avoid a situation. I swear to God, sometimes intuition could save your life, because you had a feeling that it was not going to be good, so you didn't go, things like that. And you really have to listen to that. I cannot urge that enough. So anyway, Anthony, let's see here. I'm going to draw this card for you. And it's the devil upside down. So let's see what the devil has to say for you. The devil is, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. It is right here. The Hermit is always my favorite card. It's like, I'm going to go by myself now. The devil's about all things negative. Anger, violence, temptation, fear, and doubt are just some of the terrors associated with this card. Suggests feeling trapped, perhaps in an unhealthy relationship, an addiction, or a lie. Without a doubt, this card's telling you no. So I'm thinking that if any of that is the case, probably better to maybe get out of that one. So I don't know. That's all I can say for you this evening, sir. Hope it's not that bad, but if it is, definitely you need to move on from that. I want to know if gonna get pregnant soon. I don't know. Are you having sex? Because if you're not having sex, then I would say no, you're not going to. but if you are, I'd say chances are likely at least 50-50 that you will. So, but I suppose I can draw a card and let's see what it says. And just because I draw a card doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, or that this is really for just amusement's sake, I have to say. Okay. I have a meeting. I want to know if my Lexington change. I'm not sure I know what you mean, Annette, but oh, okay, you're doing treatment. Okay, good. Oh, yes, okay, if your luck is going to change. Good, okay. All right, we're just going to do one card here for Annette. And see if she's gonna well, wait, no. Oh, yes, Yesenia. We're gonna do one card, yes or no. And what is the verdict? Let's do that one. It's the Hanged Man. Let's see what that would suggest here. Looking at things from a different perspective is what I think when I see the Hanged Man, because he's looking at life a bit upside down, so I think you have to sometimes think outside the box and, look at things from a different perspective. There's breaking patterns, letting go, or going through a period of transition, although it could indicate having to give something up in order to gain a fresh perspective. It has neither positive or negative connotations. So can't say for sure either way. However, oh, no, not this one. No, I think, let's see, what can I do to get rid of this one here? Okay, I can delete that. Good. Let's do that. Delete. Okay, now I'm stuck. Great. Great. Good golly, they hijacked me. That's no good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who these people are that are posting this stuff, but I'm deleting them and then I'm blocking them. So, because I think they're, yes, trolls. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm just going to get rid of their comments and then block them so they can't come back and give us a hard time again. So that should be good. Well, I don't know, maybe I was thinking the amount of trolls, does that have to do with are you more popular if you have more trolls? I don't know. So, okay, and then I'm going to do 3 cards here for you. And you want to know if your luck is going to change here soon, and things are going to be more optimistic. And I think anytime you just have to kind of try and find that silver lining, because honestly, that's all you can find sometimes. But it's okay. It gets you through to the next time when things are really good, because things change. That's one thing in life you can always be certain of. Things will change. So here we go. All right. So past, present, future. Okay. So let's see. 5 of Cups. No, that's 2, 5, and it's right side up. It says, acknowledge feelings of sadness or disappointment. Cry it out if you need to. Grieving takes time, but it won't last forever. And the 2 standing cups will be full again as you make your way out of darkness and rediscover joy, connection, and satisfaction. There's always a way out. Feelings of disappointment or sadness may surface, but you'll also have overwhelming feelings surrounding, allowing yourself a mourning period to reconnect with love. There's always hope. So did you have a breakup recently, or did you lose a loved one or something like that? Let's see. just here in the recent past, or have you had a disappointment in your career? Some kind of disappointment in your life lately? Well, I guess you asked if your luck would change, so I think you have been having some disappointments. So, but grief is necessary. It's an emotional phase. You just have to find a way to get through it, and journaling is always good. Talking to people. Oh, your friend and neighbor died Christmas Eve. Yeah. So I think that's what it's talking about. You just need to grieve, and it's okay. And don't let someone else tell you how to grieve, and or that, oh, why are you still not over that or whatever. You grieve in your own time, and don't let anyone else tell you what to do about it. And then let's see. Your present is Knight of Wands. So let's see. And then this one is the last one. So the knight is back here. Oh, there he is. And he is a jaunty fellow. He's indicates self-doubt in a general sense, but most likely related to a specific goal or situation that hasn't progressed the way you'd hoped. Delays and misunderstandings are part of life, not a sign to give up. There may be a different and better course of action to take, so have patience and make use of this time by turning to your intuition for guidance. So I once again, intuition. Listen to your intuition. It will guide you. And it's funny how, like, I can't tell you how many times I've said, oh, I'm not, I chose the second thing that I thought instead of the first thing, when it was actually the first thing. It should have been my choice. So delays in paperwork getting done. Yeah. Well, okay. So then this last one says, let's see, this is your future. So maybe some conflict. It indicate competition between qualified parties all vying for the same position, such as applying for the same job. When dealing with others who have strong opinions, know that your point of view is also important, and don't be afraid to ruffle a few feathers in your quest for successful outcome. And then let's see, struggles or arguments in the workplace or rivalry with coworkers are consuming you. Competition for a promotion or to deliver results may be driving energy at work. Success is within your grasp, so take strategic action and try not to get caught up in the egocentric battles. Always good advice. Not afraid I can be a bitch. Good for you. Because I think it's bitches in the world that actually get things done, for the most part. Still remain humble. Because you can. There's a time to be the bitch and to stand up for yourself, and then there's a time to just be humble. So, but you be the judge of that, and good luck. If there's some conflict ahead, just remember, talking about it is really, communication is key in any situation where you're trying to resolve something. So, one of the best bitches you ever meet. Awesome. Yeah. I know I'm kind of feel like that myself. But I'm a good bitch. I'm not the wicked bitch. No, I am a witch, so that just makes it funny. So I'm the bitchiest witch in the Middle West. Oh gosh, yeah. So anyway, I did those readings, and we're 25 in. So any more subscribers, and I can do a few more. Let's try doing a one card with the deck of cards. Oh, you're no problem, Annette. I hope that helps you going forth, and that you have all your conflicts resolved. So, yeah, and I think just going into things with a positive attitude is helpful. Going in with the attitude of, yeah, I can get this, or I got this, or no problem. I'm going to get this done. I think it helps a lot. But yeah, I kind of go in with a defeatist attitude at times, and then it's like it never goes well. So I'm not going to do that to myself anymore. I'm going to go into the things with I got this. And so anyway, I'm going to get out my little Snoopy cards. The Snoopy cards. These things are great. I can't believe how old they are. Oh yeah. So yeah, if anyone wants a one card reading, I'd be glad to give you the playing card reading. These are just kind of it's for fun. All of it really is just for fun. If any of it, strikes a chord with you, I'm glad. If any of this has been helpful, I'm glad. And just looking for to make the world a little bit brighter place. So anyway, I've been toying with my rocks lately. So I can show you. I wanted to show you some quartz. This one's pretty cool. It's a big one, and it's got like a vein of like pink right there in it. When I tumble that is going to just look superb. No lie. And then this one is like super red. It's called Chert, I think. Nope. This way. It's Chert, but it's really red. It's really cool. And you can Indians made arrowheads out of that stuff. So, and I thought this one was cool because I'm a witch, and it looks like a moon on there, like a full moon with the cloud going over it. It's pretty cool. And yeah, just showing off my rocks that I spent all summer looking for. Another piece of quartz. I call it the Schwartz. It's the Schwartz, and I found it just right, out in front of my house. And here's another nice piece of the Schwartz. It's like a milky Schwartz. So yeah, and I don't know, some of these I'm not 100% sure of what they are, but they're just so darn cool. That one's like layers, and then I got a bunch of fossils. I think this is a fossil rock, maybe. No, not that one. I don't know. Anyway, I got a ton of fossil rocks, which are super cool. And here's one that's a fossil. No, it's not, but it's neat. It's good colors. May the Schwartz be with you. May the Schwartz be with you as well. That's funny. I know. That's why. That's why I call it the Schwartz, because it's like, may the Schwartz be with you, because there's a lot of it out there. Yeah. Well, now see, I can't go rock hunting because the rocks are all under the ice, and it kind of it flows in, and it makes a weird noise too when it's coming by. But yeah, right now I suppose maybe I could go down there now because I forgot about that. Lots of rocks with the river so low. Yeah, there is lots of rocks out there. And so I hunted rocks all summer because I thought, well, it'll give me something to do over the winter. And I collected more than I really wanted to keep. And so now I'm kind of going through them all again. And I got another big box to put back outside. I'm going to release them into the wild. So yeah, they were formerly in captivity, and now I'm going to release them into the wild. Go rocks, go. So yeah, anyway. All right. So I have one card drawing readings. If anyone would care to have one, I'm just shuffling here. So how about you, Hair Juicer 3000? Wild rocks, yeah, I know, right? I've been holding them in captivity, but that's okay. I have a habitat for them. Oh, that's so funny. Like rocks really have to have a habitat, They like it though. They dig it, and they're keeping me warm. I put them by the fireplace, and they kind of soak up heat and hold the heat for a little while, maybe. I don't know. They're rocks. What else can they do? I said, just by taking them across the street, I took them on the journey of 1,000 years. It would have taken them 1,000 years to get that far. and I took him that far in 2 seconds. So it's just funny. Rocks. And, like if you looked at life from a rock's perspective, it would be a very slow moving. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're great. Life would be very slow moving, And actually, on the river, though, they kind of get, washed around quite a bit from the waves and stuff and the current and all that. So they kind of they do move quite a bit, I think, out there on the river. Nothing is still, Even rocks don't stay still, everything's moving and everything has electrons that are moving, rotating around protons and neutrons, and it's all movement. Everything's in motion in the entire universe. Nothing is still, but it's all good. Kitty cat. My cat's over here. There she comes. Sally cat. She's just such a nice little kitty. She really is. She's better now. She was in heat, and we don't have an appointment for the vet until March. So we just had to put up with that whole thing, and she's better now. But, I'm sure it'll come back again, and hopefully not, for a long time. But yeah, she has an appointment to go see the veterinarian. So, because I'm a big proponent of having your pet spayed or neutered. Me and Bob Barker, we just we think that you should just definitely do that. And they have a lot of low cost spay and neuter programs, and one of them is with the Quad City Animal Welfare Society or something like that. They are over in Milan, and they are great people. They've spayed or neutered now several of my pets. Sally Fine Bob. It's funny. But yes, they are very good with your pet, and never had any problem there. And they do it at as low a cost as they can afford. And if you would like to help out an animal organization, I think they would love that. So there you go. We'll plug for Quad City Animal Welfare Society. They're great. So anyway, I try to give a shout out to people who are doing great stuff like that, and helping animals and people. And anything that's just like really good here in the QC, because I know all you guys aren't from the QC, but it's what we got going on around here. So, and yeah, I was thinking about trees the other day, and just all the different kinds of trees. And now I would like to identify them by their bark. Yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge. So, well, it seems as though everyone who wanted to get their reading has already got their reading. And does anyone have any questions this evening? Because I'm about out of steam tonight, and I love coming here and hanging out with you guys, and I could always show you more rocks if anybody's interested. Because I just never tire of them. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about them. I guess they're all so different. They are individuals, and that's no lie. Each one is different from the one before, and it's really hard to find two that are just exactly the same. So, Tabitha, would you like to have a reading? I'm here. I'm still here, and I would love to do that for you. So, anyway, yeah, I'm totally excited about. Yeah, okay, good. Alrighty, so we're doing the cards. We're doing the playing card readings. So I have the Jack of Clubs. So Jack of Clubs. Let's see what that means. I got my divination book here, and it's open to cards. Let's see. That's tarot. And, okay, it's back here after tarot. There we go. Here we go. And so, Jack of Clubs is going to be, here we go. Glasses. All right. Let's see. The Jack rushes from one activity to another with all the energy of youth. He's sincere but impetuous, prone to giving up if things don't go well. That said, he can become overabsorbed in a project when it's going smoothly. He foretells the appearance of a dark-haired young man who's confused about something. It will be to the querent or your advantage if they try to make him feel if you try to make him feel at ease. So, good night, Mort. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Rocks build clam and help with focus. Okay. Well, yeah, and I think I do. I keep them around so that I can get on a similar vibration with the rock, because quartz and some of these other ones, they're really good, for your vibration, and they help you keep it at a certain frequency. And I think keeping our vibrations at a certain frequency literally can stop disease. You can have you can reverse things. A lot of it has to do with, of course, diet and exercise too. Diet, exercise, your environment that you put yourself in, and you have to take in mind too. Things like crystals will help, keep your vibrations up, because when you're not feeling well, you're not as happy as you would be, so you have to keep that happiness going. For me, it's the cat purr. When I hear the cat purr, that vibration of the cat's purr is equal to like the happy place, so you get on that same vibe with the cat purr. And that's what it's meant for, That's why cats purr, is so that we can all be on the same happy vibration. And it's true. And I like to, get the cat to purring, because then the cat's happy. I'm happy because I like the purr and it makes me feel good, And it's just everybody's in a little purring happy fest, So, if you have a cat, pet them till they purr. And it just makes you feel a lot better. That, or if you have some nice quartz, some of the good Schwartz, pick that up and rub it. This one's a nice round one. So I dig it because it's just kind of round and it fits in your hand very well. And you can just kind of rub it and get yourself, in tune with the vibration. You can get in tune with the vibration of the rocks. And I know vibration is a big deal, and a lot of people like vibration. I enjoy vibration myself in many different ways. So there you go, Richard. That's as close as I'm going to get to saying anything more than that. Yeah. So anyhow, before this really goes any farther south, I'm going to sign off for the night. And wish you all, oh no. And I'm wishing you all a year, and have a great 2023. I'll see you guys on Wednesday night, and blessed be.